Hi there, I'm Coach Kim from In Shape Fitness and Move It Monday, and this is your Monday Mile warm-up. I am so pleased that you're committed to getting out there for that Monday Mile today, and these 8 moves will help your body move better and burn more calories. It's designed to get the body ready for a stronger gait and better posture, which ultimately will translate to a more efficient workout for you. So stand on up. Let's march in place. It's going to be for 1 minute. I want you to stand up really straight. Make sure your shoulders are back, your chest is high, your back is straight, and your abs are engaged. Now start lifting your knees one at a time. Make sure that you lift to hip level and that you move pretty slowly. You want to keep your back straight the entire time. You want to squeeze those tummy muscles the entire time. And you have about 45 seconds left. So get into it here. Start swinging your arms forward and back. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. That nasal and sort of deep belly breathing will help carry you through this entire workout. Keep going. If you are already pretty fit and you want to take it up to a jog, or you can even add a hop at the top, kind of like a skip in place if you like. You've got about 15 seconds left. We're going to move on from here to jumping jacks. Get your heart rate up a little bit. And I will talk to you a little bit about jumping if you have a fear of jumping, which some people do. We will talk about that in just a second. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to do jumping jacks. So with a jumping jack, there are a couple things you want to remember. They're fairly easy. Everybody knows what a jumping jack is, but just make sure you land lightly on the balls of your feet and that you keep a slight bend in your knee the entire time for shock absorption. Now, when your arms go up over your head, no wet noodles. You really want to control the arm movement. There's a slight bend in your elbows, but you move with complete control, touching at the top. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth continuously, and go ahead and make sure that you're starting now if you haven't already started. I've got the clock going. Now, that note about not wanting to jump, if you don't like jumping because you think it's bad for your body, you really should think again, because everyone jumps at In Shape Fitness, and that means everyone from really obese to a much older client that we work with. You want the activation of all the neurotransmitters that live in your feet, and there are tons of them. They send signals all the way up to your body, to your brain, through your body, and activate muscular response when they are active, right? When you're jumping. So try not to worry too much about, any sort of issues that you have. If you have concern, talk to your doctor, and definitely try to integrate a little bit of jumping into your exercise routines as you move forward. All right, you've got a couple more seconds. We're going to do a plie squat next. Get a little bit of strength work in here for your legs. And go ahead now and stand with your feet double shoulder width apart. Turn your toes out a little bit. This is a plie squat or a ballerina squat. So you want to realign your spine, make sure that your posture is really good here. You want your back straight, your tailbone is slightly tucked in, your shoulders are back, your chest is open, and you're going to put your hands on your hips or out to your sides. Bend both knees, now lowering the body straight down. You inhale on your way down, you exhale as you lift back up. And press those heels into the floor as you lift back up as well. All right, you should feel a little bit of work on the inner thighs as well with the plie squat, which is one of the reasons why I chose this squat for this workout, because I want to make sure that your entire leg gets some action before you get out there for that Monday Mile. All right, keep going. You're almost halfway through here. Your abs should be totally engaged, and it's tiring. You're going to want to go a little bit faster so that momentum will build up, but continue to move slowly so that you can control all of the effort and you will boost your metabolism more. That is a guarantee. All right, you got a couple more seconds. Let's count it down here from 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Terrific. Okay, the next move is a reverse lunge, another really integral strength move for good posture and a strong gait. So you're going to stand up really tall. You're going to step one foot all the way back, your right foot all the way back. If you're right-handed, typically you want to do the right leg first. So take that big step back with your right leg and make sure that when you bend both of your knees and lower your body, you can make 90-degree angles. And you don't want the knee of the front leg to go past the tips of the toes on the front foot, right? So in this case, the left knee, you have to make sure that knee doesn't go past the tips of the left foot toes, and then push off with the right foot and back to center, then alternate. This is an alternating reverse lunge, though you are perfectly welcome to isolate the one leg and do each, 5 or 6 on each leg. You're about 20 seconds into the entire exercise here. So, I think alternating is a pretty good idea, especially when you're working with a time instead of a repetition increment for your exercises. Gets a little bit of action on each side of the body. It helps activate those hamstrings, works those hips a little bit. And of course, it is fairly aerobic lunges. So keep moving, keep breathing, and keep that back straight and those tummy muscles engaged. Once again, sounding like a broken record here. Squeeze those tummy muscles. There is nothing you can do. In fact, even when you're sitting around, if you sit at your desk all day, sit up straight and squeeze those tummy muscles. There is value in isometric contraction. So when you squeeze a muscle, you're not moving it, but you do still get the blood flow, the stimulation of the muscle tissues, and that is metabolic. The bottom line, right? Everybody wants to be a metabolic machine. Now we're going to work some balance exercises, or do a balance exercise rather. It's called the tree pose, and you're going to stand up really tall with your hands in front of your body, pressing your palms together. It might seem a little yoga zen-like, but in truth, if you press your palms together and focus by staring at one spot on your floor or your wall, you are much more apt to get through this without falling over. Okay, so stand up really, really tall and lift the left foot up off the floor and have it touch your shin on the right leg. That's for 30 seconds. Okay, very nice. Squeeze those tummy muscles again, and squeeze the pelvic floor muscles. If you don't know what a Kegel is, this is the perfect time to get a sense of squeezing those pelvic floor muscles, really focusing on the butt, squeezing those butt muscles, pressing into the floor with all 4 corners of your right foot. And 30 seconds comes to an end very quickly. You've got just a few more seconds left. We're going to switch. Very good. Okay, go ahead and switch sides now. The left foot, which may be harder if you're right-handed. Your left leg is typically not quite as strong. Slide the right foot up, and you are going for 30 seconds on this foot. We've got 3 moves to do. After this, we're going to do a little standing lateral leg lift, and then we'll be down on the floor for 2 moves after that. So you're almost at the end here. Hang in there for a few more seconds on your left foot. Stare at one spot, squeeze those tummy muscles, make a tree trunk out of your leg, and you're done. Okay, now reverting back to the stability of your right foot. So let's just lift the left hip up a little bit. Keep your back straight and extend your left foot out to the side and slowly lower it back down. All right? Just keep doing that. This is called a standing lateral leg lift. Don't let your toes turn up. You want to pretend that you don't even have toes. In fact, that's the best way to describe this exercise. You want to focus on the ankle and the heel lifting up without turning the toes up, because when your toes turn up, you activate your quad. And you don't want to do that. We're working the side of the leg, not the front of the leg. Now switch sides. Left leg stable, right leg moving. Lift up to the side and lower down slowly. Very nice. Going to get you down on the floor for a plank here in about 15 seconds. 2 moves on the floor and you'll be on your way. Okay. Hang in there. These are not super valuable in terms of bodies that have already developed a fairly high level of fitness, but standing lateral leg lifts, and you can do lots of cool things with these as well. Make circles with your legs, do little pulses up at the top there. But it's designed for people that have, that typically If you sit all day and you don't have a fairly regular exercise routine, these are great for you. Okay, lower your body down to your stomach. Place your elbows and your forearms under your chest. Lift your body up into a plank. And if you need to be on your knees for this plank, that's fine. If you need to drop to your knees during the 60 seconds, it's fine. Your 60 seconds is going, by the way, and you want to keep your butt down. You want to stabilize yourself. Don't move around too much. Let that isometric contraction really start working now. And what happens with the plank is that you contract automatically muscle layers that are on the inside of your rib cage, just on the outside of your rib cage, and then those obliques, those side ab muscles, and your front and back muscles that have to work together, contracting isometrically, which eliminates space and tissue and fluid in that area. And that is why it's so helpful. From a functional perspective, very little that you do is more beneficial to maintaining good posture and being able to do kind of things like, pushing a cart or carrying bags or picking up kids, that kind of stuff. All right, now sit up for me on your butt. Last move is something we call a sculling crunch. And this is kind of a harder crunch, but I want to get one last workout with your hips in it. So we're going to lean back, put your hands on the floor beside your butt. Lean all the way back as far as you can. You'll feel your tummy muscles engaged. Now lift your feet up off the floor, bring your knees in towards your chest, and then extend your legs out. All right, inhale as you bring your knees in. Exhale as you push back out. You're doing great. We're only doing these for a minute. If you absolutely cannot do any of them, do one leg at a time. You can lift one leg up and bring that knee in, then extend it out, and then do the same thing with the other leg. That is a modification that is perfectly reasonable. Either way, you've got about 15 seconds left, and I'm going to release you, get you out there for your walk. If you feel like you want to pick it up to a jog, you can certainly do that. So one really amazing freedom about walking and running. You don't need a piece of equipment and you don't need a gym. You just get out there and you can do anything you want. If you feel like picking up the pace, pick up the pace. If you need to slow down, slow down. It doesn't matter. And you're all set. Congratulations. Enjoy your Monday mile. I'm Coach Kim from In Shape Fitness and Move It Monday, and I'll see you again soon. Have a great day.